recall when we were young, running from all things at once, without thinking twice. And I knew it would catch up, and that we would be the ones left behind. The stories I've been told, they never seem to leave my mind. And this road that I am on, I gotta stay here for some time.
Hey you, and welcome back to my channel for another speed build. For today's speed build, I wanted to try and use the same boho style that I used in my apartment build last week, but for this time make it into a large family home instead. As always, I do feel really insecure when I choose a specific style for my house, especially interior wise, just because I'm never really sure if I did okay or not. So if not, then I am really sorry, and I do love to learn how I can improve it for the next time. And if I did okay, then I love to hear about that too, of course. Also, this build took me quite some hours to make, so yeah, I had to cut out some parts so it wouldn't be extremely long. I hope it isn't too long anyway, the way it is now, but I really didn't want to cut out any more. The parts that I did cut out were mostly landscaping, with some of the hallways and all the bathrooms, I believe. Now, if you are new here, then welcome to my channel, of course. I am Serefina, a Pikachu-obsessed, proud-to-be dog mom gamer girl who loves to make speed builds. If you do like to watch speed builds, then I hope, of course, that you consider subscribing if you haven't already. And also remember to click the notification bell, so you'll get notified whenever I post something new. Now, as for this house and how it came to be, it kind of started with the last apartment build video, where I had a lovely chat with one of you talking about making it into a bigger house with the same style that could serve for multiple generations of Sims. So that is kind of exactly what I did. I made it into a generations home, so you hopefully can reuse it for multiple generations yourself throughout gameplay. So besides making room for a lot of bedrooms, I also tried placing down quite some different activities around the place. And I also tried keeping it very family friendly, so there is a lot to do for kids as well. However, I did just come to the realization that I actually managed to forget both an easel and a kids craft table, so creativity doesn't really get supported in this house this time around, unless you place those items yourself, of course. Or if you have an adult Sims that want to learn to paint, you can of course give them the designer tablet. I believe that should cover painting skill as well, and it is in base game object, I believe. To be sure, or to be fair, I don't really try or have used it in gameplay myself, so I'm not really sure about it, but I'm pretty sure that is the easy way to kind of learn about painting instead of placing an entire easel. But you could easily place those objects either a nice spot outside or use the garage or something. Of course, it does make me a tiny bit sad that there are no creativity items in this house right now, since I am quite a creative person myself. But to be fair, I did kind of focus a lot on the farming or planting skill, gardening skill it's called, since this was kind of mentioned in the suggestion as well. So yeah, at least your Sims can now do some gardening, and there are some possibilities to work from home as well. This time I did not have room left to make a home study, since I kind of filled all the rooms with beds. So instead of a home study, I kind of made room for grandparents as well, so you kind of don't need to move them out if you are moving on to the next family members. And if you do want to keep playing with your elders, then you of course have a bedroom for them. If you don't like to play with your elders, you can turn it into a home office, of course. Or yeah, so the computer is now in the parents' bedroom, and there's a second laptop as well in the teens' bedroom. By the way, this house is made for either 1 or 2 grandparents. This kind of depends if you have a baby in the house as well or not. or if you're missing one of the other family members that I had in mind, I was thinking maybe just one grandparent would live here. Then you have the parents, which makes 3 people, 1 teen, 2 children, and the children are 1 boy and 1 girl. Then you have 1 toddler and then the baby. So with all these people in the house, you are already at 8 people limit, I believe, unless I've counted wrong again. But if so, then you have room for 2 grandparents. But if you want to use the nursery and that the baby turns into the toddler and moves in the toddler room later, then you can have 2 grandparents in this house. I mean, the nursery is kind of an awkward shaped room. You can easily have a toddler in there, but when the toddler becomes a kid, I would personally move it together with another child to share a bedroom, because that's kind of, it's the tiny room, but on the left side, right side, looking from the front, on the 2nd floor, of course. So yeah, it's an awkward space, but again, it works fine for a toddler room, a baby room, or a nursery, I mean, and even at home office if the baby moves out eventually. As for how much each room is meant to be for a specific gender, I kind of course, try to be mostly neutral about it, but I really wanted to play a bit with colors in the kids' rooms. So yeah, now the grandparents' rooms is kind of in a dark wood theme with some greens to kind of accent, I guess, the Bohemian style. I don't know. I was kind of inspired with the cats and dogs bed in a swatch color that I don't think I've ever used before, so that's kind of how that came to be. The parents' bedroom is also a dark wood, but in this case more with grey tones and neutral tones. The teens' room is also a bit in a different color scheme that I have used before, I guess, and it is in kind of a subtle blue with orange theme. Both tones, or these tones, are kind of inspired with one of the swatches on a bed of island living again. So yeah, I don't know if they are really girl-like. I mean, the room decorations feel a bit girl-like, but again, it's kind of your own opinion there. As for the children, there is one room with the dark orange wood tone, kind of wood, I don't know, with dark blue. This is inspired by a tiny living bed swatch. And yeah, I of course kind of imagined that the boy would sleep here, but yeah, again, it doesn't really matter. And the other kids' room is more of a pink with light blue, kind of turquoise, I don't know how the color is called, kind of color scheme. And yeah, that's kind of the girl room. And as always, it's kind of up to you if you prefer to have boys or girls in these rooms, but you can of course just change every room to fit your household. It shouldn't really matter how I make them look. You can just, I don't know, make them for whoever you want. Even the kids' rooms could be for teens, even though they include toys right now, but again, change it up so it fits your household best. And lastly, the toddler's room and the nursery. The toddler's room is green with white, so probably the most gender neutral kids room in this house. And the nursery is actually white with blue, but it is inspired by one of the Parenthood wallpapers with clouds on it, so it's kind of more of a cloud theme, so that I personally would call it pretty gender neutral as well, but that's kind of my opinion. So yeah, I did kind of try to keep it all neutral, but at the same time I do like to have some fun with kids' rooms, so if you have to change the bedrooms, then that's just okay, and it would be the only places that really are non-specific to a sim, or yeah, the rest you can just keep or change or whatever. I don't know what you like to do with my houses, but yeah. Now I also do want to mention a bit more about activities in this place, since even though I forgot a couple of important ones, I think, there are still some more options around the place. So again, you have gardening options. You have the kind of greenhouse, I don't know what to call it, connected to the house itself. It was on the left side looking from the front, and it has the glass roof and all that. Here you can plant stuff in different gardening pots and do some flower arranging as well as beekeeping. And I also made the extra patch outside with patchy gardening it. And this is mainly just grass where you just need to plant directly on the floor, I guess, or on the ground. But I also placed a couple of pots next to it if you really need those. And again, I placed another flower arranging table outside with some bees next to it. So if you have an outdoor Sims stand and you have good weather, of course, you might maybe just let them do their job outside. In that way, they kind of become extra happy of being outdoors and they are still doing their job. So yeah. As for kids options outside, you have of course the pirate ship with a toddler slide next to it. These are both placed in a sand pit with island living sand. So I believe your Sims should be able to build sandcastles here as well. The same counts by the monkey bars. Here if I remember correctly, I also placed a toy chest as well. So your Sims can play outside and yeah. But again, guess you should be able to build castles in it. If not, then still you have a nice outdoor space for your kid. And then the last item for kids outside would be the swings back in the garden as well. And then of course you saw me build the grill area as well. So this is of course the more adult area or the dining area, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, I only placed some picnic benches this time because I liked how they looked. So yeah, no tables, but that also means your toddler can't really sit there. But again, you can either place down a second chair, a normal chair like the pillows or something, or you could place a high chair outside so your toddler can eat with your other Sims or the rest of the family if you want. And then there is a chess table on the porch as well. So this one is undercover, so you should be fine until your Sims start freezing or overheating, I guess. If you have seasons installed, of course. But they are not sitting in the rain at least. And I of course also made a garage, as you might have noticed. And this one is kind of more of decoration, of course, since we don't really have functional cars. But I do like the aesthetics of them. And I did try and put some useful activities in them as well. So the smallest part of the garage is now a little gym where your Sims can run on the treadmill, or they can train their fighting skill with either the boxing bag thing, base game boxing bag, I don't know what it is called, I don't own one, or you could use the fighting machine that came with Strangerville. And I also placed a woodworking table in the garage, and there are technically the doors as well. The garage doors are from City Living, which means that you normally can paint on them, but I don't think they function this way. I did not test them since I lifted up at least 2 of them and they are all kind of in the wall. At least, or I put them on the wall on screen, but off screen I kind of moved them to be more in the wall so they didn't look so awkward from the inside. So if one of them works, then it is probably the one that I didn't lift up, since your Sims can't really reach the other 2. But again, I have not tested, but you can of course try it out if you want to, or just try and find some other ways to increase your painting skill for your Sims. As for the inside, I can first maybe mention about the laundry. I didn't really have the space to make a dedicated laundry room this time, so for a change I kind of wanted to place the machines in the kitchen. Most of the times if I place laundry machines, I place them either in a bathroom or in a dedicated laundry room or in a hallway or something, but I really liked having them in the kitchen for a change, so yeah. I did however place the laundry baskets on the second floor in the hallway, since they kind of felt most natural to me without kind of trying to cramp them into a bathroom or having one in each bedroom. The hallway upstairs kind of seemed like a place where almost the entire family would walk across and maybe throw the dirty laundry right in. even though that doesn't really work like that in The Sims, that's kind of how my mind was thinking about it. So yeah, there are 2 laundry baskets on the 2nd floor. Besides that, there are of course multiple bookcases around the place, and I already mentioned the PC possibilities, so there are 2 PCs, or 1 PC and a laptop if you want to be more precise. Then besides that, there are of course multiple different toys in the kids' rooms, and I placed one of those building toy items. I think it came with kids stuff. It's supposed, or your kids, I don't think the toddlers can. The toddlers can only play with it, but the kids can build like towers on them or something. I again have never really tried that item, so I don't really know, but that item is on kind of the 3rd floor, so the hallway in the loft area. So yeah, there are some more seating spaces there as well, so your Sims can, or your kids' Sims can kind of hang out there as well. Now I'm not sure if I really are forgetting anything else now. It was a big house. I finished it for a couple of days ago, so I don't really remember every piece of it. I do also remember that I have not placed a high chair this time. I kind of don't really like playing with them personally, but if you want to use the high chairs, there are technically still the 2 head pieces or the head spots on the dining table. There are 2 spots still available for the high chair around the dining table, so yeah. And maybe you could even find a spot for them in the kitchen if you would rather give your toddlers something to eat in the kitchen. And I also remembered after finishing all the screenshots and all that, I kind of figured out that I forgot about the outdoor bins. So I did place a mailbox and an indoor bin, but I forgot the outdoor bins. So those I actually placed on the left side, right outside the gate. So they are there, but you won't really be able to see them in this video. But when you download this build, they are there. But yeah, with kind of all that said, I don't really think I have much more to tell you about this build. So I think I'm just gonna give you some more music instead. Now, if you do want to download this build, you can find it on the gallery under my username Serefina with 3 A's, or under the hashtag SerefinaYT. But all that information you can find back down in the description as well. Besides that, always remember to have move objects on before placing any of my builds, just to be sure nothing gets removed. I do hope you still liked this build and enjoyed this video, and if you did, then don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of my creations, you could always subscribe to my channel or follow me on Twitter and Instagram. For now, thank you so much for watching, and I do hope I see you next time. Bye bye!
It's been 4 weeks since you called, and I've been waiting here for you all along. I've been waiting here for you all along. Where you been? Where did you go? I wonder if you found what you're looking for. Wonder if you found what you're looking for. I hope it's not too late. I want you back here with me. We never should have said it's better this way. I'd rather be with you than someone I don't know. Now it's like we're living in 2 separate worlds. Come on back to me, say that you won't go. I can't cope without you, and I wanna hold you close. Say that you won't go. Say that you won't go. It's been so cold without you here. We barely said goodbye before you disappeared. It's been so cold without you here. I'm not gonna lie, don't know what only want you. I hope it's not too late. I want you back here with me. We never should have said it's better this way. I'd rather be with you than someone I don't know. Now it's like we're living in two separate worlds. Come on back to me, say that you won't go. I can't cope without you and I wanna hold you close. Say that you won't go. 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 I'd rather be with you than someone I don't know. Now it's like we're living in two separate worlds. Come on back to me, say that you won't go. I can't cope without you and I wanna hold you close. Say that you won't go. 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 Let you down, and I know that I was not always around. I made you feel alone. You spent most of your nights just sitting on your own. I should have done so much more, like giving you the things you asked me for. And I know I was wrong. It's what I try to tell you with my song. Tell you with my song. What if I said I'm sorry? What if I'd make a scene? Wouldn't that make you mine again? You're all I'll ever need. Didn't I make you laugh? Didn't I make you smile? Didn't I make you feel like you were happy for a while? I know that I've done so many things that let you down, but I hope that you give me one more chance to make you mine. When I close my eyes, you know that you're the only thing I see, and it makes me cry. Think that you are no longer with me. What if I said I'm sorry? What if I make a scene? Wouldn't that make you mine again? You're all I ever need. Didn't I make you laugh? Didn't I make you smile? Didn't I make you feel like you were happy for a while? I know that I've done so many things that let you down, but I hope that you give me one more chance to make you mine. What if I said I'm sorry? 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 What if I make a scene? Wouldn't that make you mine again? You're all I ever need. Didn't I make you laugh? Didn't I make you smile? Didn't I make you feel like you were happy for a while? What if I said I'm sorry? What if I make a scene? Wouldn't that make you mine again? You're all I ever need. Didn't I make you laugh? Didn't I make you smile? Didn't feel like you were happy for a while. You look at me like I'm crazy when I shut my feelings out. You look at me like I'm different, still you stay cause you feel something real. Get so lost in my moments, doesn't mean I don't need you. I fell in love with your colors, they kinda tell me what I'm thinking. I fell in love with the way we are and the way we lose it. There's something different about us, and the reason why we stay. We fly around like paper planes, they never know where we will fall. Nobody can see us, still they wanna tear us apart. There's something different about the way we are. There's something different about us. There's something different about us. We're pouring cup after cup after cup. Yeah, it's just the way we do it. Anything just to block out the real life, real life. Yeah, we're loving the way they think we're so messed up. Even if what we're doing is bad, there's so many emotions, sharing stories that we never had. Yeah, none is real. I think we're searching for reasons not to be like them. We fly around like paper planes, they never know where we will fall. Nobody can see us, still they wanna tear us apart. There's something different about the way we are. There's something different about us. There's something different about us. There's something different about the way we are. There's something different about the way we are.
Wish that I could stay, wish for this moment to never go away. But it's all in my mind, and though I know that there is nothing to find, you're a beautiful sight in the summer night, and you can't put up a fight in the misty light. While you roam in the streets all alone, and all you can see, thinking about what your life came to be. You're a beautiful sight in the summer night, and you can't put up a fight in the misty light. Another day, like the mothers of Brazil find their way. We're all on our own, but you're the most beautiful I've ever known. You're a beautiful sight in the summer night, and you can't put up a fight in the misty light.
I feel it coming, I feel it taking control. It's the hurt I imagine from us to nothing. There's something missing you stole, and it's a little tragic. I know I'm better off living without your love, but time and again my thoughts go back to when we were crazy kids with a lot of feelings. I'm too proud to beg and too dumb for stealing. When I rode with you it was all downhill, and losing control was a part of that thrill. A part of me still wants you, a part of me still wants you. I've got my own place, an extra toothbrush as well, for someone you don't know of. But these are long days, and even though you can tell, there's something I can't get over. I know I'm better off living without your love, but time and again my thoughts go back to when we were crazy kids with a lot of feelings. Too proud to beg and too dumb for stealing. When I rode with you it was all downhill, and losing control was a part of that thrill. A part of me still wants you, a part of me still wants you, a part of me still wants you, a part of me still wants you. We were crazy kids with a lot of feelings. Too proud to beg and too dumb for stealing. But when I rode with you it was all downhill, and losing control was a part of that thrill. A part of me still wants you, a part of me still wants you, a part of me still wants you, a part of me still wants you.
I went out and tried to cut a pine tree down, fell through the ground like Alice. Oh, what a sound! This must be a nest. I got rocks and sticks against my chest. I'm Alice. Dear Queen of Hearts, I'ma grow you white roses so you can learn to be kind. Tell King of Hearts to arm all his forces so you can learn to be kind.